It's Young Guru right here in the Spot HU zone. I'm right now chilling with Breadboy.
So you're on tour right now. I was just wondering, era of engineer. What inspired that title, and also what's the significance of an engineer in music?
The engineer is the person who puts together the song, actually music, constructs the sound, responsible for how the record's going to sound, responsible for the delivery. But the reason for the era of the engineer was just to focus on engineers, to focus on creativity, not only just in music but in technology in general, and to try to get people in my sphere, my neighborhood, people that come from where I come from, to be interested in those type of things. So it's real good to get out there and be a professed geek, you know? So it'll make it cool for kids to be able to talk about geeky things, and I think that that's a real cool thing. So, you know, Era the Engineer was just a slick idea that we had to try to introduce those ideas, but to make it cool for kids, for not only just for kids, for everybody that's interested in that type of thing. And also for some of my adults, you know, that live in real life where they have kids and they come home and they cook dinner as a mom and don't really have a whole lot of time to be searching on the internet. So I can present them ideas that may be new and fresh, and then they'll look it up because they may be looking at me and not, you know, necessarily where all the information is coming from.
Right.
Most proud of, I would say, is that the independence and the fact that newer artists come in knowing the business. So that's a testament to the internet, to people reading and researching, and they're much more business orientated. The negative part is that the diversity of the type of music has gone down. It's all one thing to a certain degree. Or not all one thing being made, but all one thing being promoted or being hot. So it's like, it doesn't have to be just one sound that dominates. So if it's like trap music or turn up music that dominates, you know, like it doesn't all have to be that. And the subject matter has to get beyond just I'm in the club having a drink, you know, type of thing. When I was younger, there used to be all types of records. You know, there was funny records, there was records that made you think, there was sexy records, there was, you know, dirty records, there was all, you know,
all
clean, everything was represented. So that's like representing the whole of life.
Right.
That's what's missing.
I was just about to ask you what change you feel like you would like to see. That might be the change.
That's the change, and then also for older MCs, I would like their subject matter to be a little bit older. I still feel like there's like 35 and 40-year-old cats that's trying to make a record for an 18-year-old,
right.
which is not necessarily the case, you know?
Well, how do you feel like, what would influence this change at this point?
Them having to talk about real life. So if I'm 40, right, I just turned 40 Thursday. My whole concentration shouldn't be in the club, right? If I'm 18, I'm 19 and 20, yeah, when I was 18, 19, 20, that was my existence. I was in the club every weekend, so yeah, that's gonna seep into my music, right? But when I'm 40 and I got kids and all that, where's the songs about stress of, you know, paying taxes and, you know, my daughter's going on dates for the first time.
Having a family, having to be a father, and having to do
real
all of that.
life,
Life changes, you have to follow it. You can't be living in the past. I understand, I get it. Also, everybody knows that you work with Jay for a long time. How would you say that he has helped or induced your skill set in how to what?
Just being a consummate artist that really puts in a lot of work and knows exactly what he wants and makes a lot of different types of records. So it constantly causes me to have to study different things and figure out different sounds. It's just a great experience. And also, once you get finished, you know that the world is going to hear it. It's not a question. So it's a great experience of knowing that.
Where Jay-Z is musically, he's like considered one of the top rappers in the industry. Would you feel like you're on his level, like you're parallel as an engineer?
Nah, I'm just me, you know, like in terms of, I don't compare myself to nobody else. I don't look at nobody else's work to try to gauge my work. Like, I'm just me. I'll do me and I put my sound out there. If people like it, that's a blessing. But it's for me, I'm looking at it from a whole history standpoint of when I get done or when I pass away, then you have this whole body of work to say that this represents me.
Are you content right now with your success? Do you feel like you?
No, I'm never content.
Oh,
never content. Nah, it's not even about a success thing or a money thing. It's just not content in terms of staying in one place. I want to keep moving, keep changing, whatever it is.
Growing.
You always grow. You grow until you die.
Oh, look at that. That's a nice way to end. Boom. We had it. That was Young Guru right here with Jim, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it.